Coach, so Tucker, last time we talked, you talked about a three-way battle for point guard. We just talked to Jane. So I guess is that any indication of who might be the starting point guard of this team?
Gosh, you know what? It's still up in the air. We not so much the point guard position. We're going to move Katie Richards over to the point guard position, but we still haven't solidified, I guess, our fifth spot on the team for Thursday. We're kind of still looking at some game film and trying to figure out matchups and that kind of thing. But we think that Katie's the best choice for us right now with her experience with the program and recognizing the sets that we run and just the overall philosophy. And so she's going to move over to that spot, and then we're still trying to figure out, the rest of them.
Let's talk about this game on Thursday. Obviously, an opening test for you guys. What are some goals you want to have for that game?
Yeah, we open with Academy of Art on Friday, and it's going to be a challenge. They're one of the top teams in the Pac West. We know that they're big. They kind of have both aspects. They have a couple really big physical post players, but they also have some guards that push tempo and are quick and athletic. So you have to see both sides of the spectrum, and I think it's going to be a well-fought game. I think that we're ready to go. We're excited. It's going to be a battle.
You start the games on the road. You guys had a couple games on the road to start things off. For you as a coach, do you notice, is there a difference when you start games on the road as far as team chemistry and those long bus rides and things like that?
It's actually an opportunity to kind of build some team chemistry, and you're kind of going to war together, and so we always talk about it in that regard, where nothing is close to Humboldt State, so every trip is a road trip, and every trip is an opportunity for us to get stronger as a group. And sometimes it's nice to be on the road because they don't have the anxiety of playing at home in front of our crowd and all of that. So it's nice to kind of get that done. But also, our kids haven't seen their parents and families in a long time, and so many of them get to, whether they're from the Bay Area or LA, Washington, all places, so many of their parents are able to come to our games on the road a little easier than at home, and so they're excited for that as well.
Well, a couple of days of practice left before those games start. What are some things you are trying to focus on, especially?
Yeah, we're really just working at getting into that game mindset, I guess you could say, where we do a lot of situations and scrimmaging and just really working on the transition to both offense and defense that you need for game situations. So often in practice, everything is half court. You're putting something in, or you're learning new sets, or learning your shell drill on defense or whatever. And so we're really trying to just kind of get the whole game-like situation going a little bit more, and bring our newbies up to speed and get them ready for the lights on Friday.
And one question about Sydney. Last time we were talking about point guards, we talked about her history is more as a shooting guard, but she played point guard on her club team.
Mm-hmm.
Will she be more with the shooting role now that you have Katie in the point guard?
We don't know. We'll kind of play that by ear, but I think that getting Jessie back, she was able to practice on Friday. It was her first day back. That will hopefully get her more at the point guard position, and then that would put Sydney more in her true position at the shooting guard. But it's kind of battle test now time. How are they going to react in a game situation, because that's a whole different battle. So we'll see how the newbies react.
Coach, how much of a concern is it that point guard is so important in your offense that there are a lot of questions at that position right now?
Yeah, well, we're really happy with Katie. I think that she knows the system, and she's in the best shape of anybody that you would know. She brings herself back. She can play for 40 minutes, pick up full court and be point guard, shooting guard, whatever you could ask. So I don't have any concern about her playing at the one for us. It's I think going to be a smooth transition to try to get the rest of our group that are trying out for that position ready. It's easier to come in as a 2 guard and then slide over to the 1 in the middle of the game rather than come in at the 1 and lead the ship. So we think that will be an easier transition for them as well.
Coach, you talked about how Academy of Art has that spectrum of bigs and guards. As a coach, these games are usually used as evaluation. So how much does that help you getting both sides of the spectrum. Usually one team has one or the other.
Yeah. It's great. You know, we have a tough preseason schedule because our conference is so tough, and we want to challenge ourselves now, and you know, because no games in the CCA are easy, and so we try to battle test ourselves with tough preseason games as much as possible in order to help us out in February, March, when we're trying to win a conference championship or go to the tournament and all that kind of stuff. So these games are huge, and whether you win or lose, it's more about, you know, getting that experience to against some quality opponents, and you can always draw back on, oh yeah, I remember we played, you know, Academy of Art or Grand Canyon in the preseason, and this is what they did, and that kind of thing. And so we feel like it's you know, it helps us out in the long run by playing these tough opponents.
There we go. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.